Well, thought I may as well add a video on this one to the channel, follow the build up of it. This is a friend of mine's panel van, XH. Had a bit of a mishap. The power steering pressure switch decided it didn't want to live anymore and burst and sprayed hot power steering fluid all over the exhaust, and she went up in flames. There's a fair bit of damage, I can tell you. Brake booster was completely melted, master cylinder melted. You can see a bit of heat transfer up there. There was actually a brake vacuum hose up there that was completely torched. Firewall, brake hoses or lines. Story was, I was actually driving this one at the time in 100 zone and had absolutely no idea that it was on fire until I got into the 60 zone and noticed all this smoke starting to piss out from under the bonnet, which is never a good thing. And we got the engine bay under control and then opened the door and copped a massive whiff of burning plastic and wires and things, and found that the heat had transferred through and caught the underlining of the carpet on fire. Well, it wasn't really on fire, it was just smouldering away really badly. As you can see, screen's gone. You can see down here how far the flames are actually travelling, and keeping in mind that the fuel tanks are just in behind there. So yeah, could have gotten a hot bum really quickly. There's the heater box out of it, all that was all melted. The dash that came out of it. Melted all up in there. Pedal box that came out of it. Melted the bushings. Luckily that's still alright now. Clutch pedal, melted all the bushings in that as well. But you know, it's like there's a fair bit of damage, but it is fixable. Going to repaint the engine bay and the interior, and then a new motor in it, another wiring harness and dash out of another XH. So yeah, I'll show you the motor that's going in it. This isn't the motor that came out of it, but it's pretty much the same unit. The other one went into another car to keep him mobile while this one's getting fixed, but same setup, T5 as it had in it before. Just a single overhead cam, 4 litre, my usual friend. This one's a EF spec block with mildly worked EF spec head, slightly bigger injectors than stock, but will still run on the standard ECU. Remade harness, as the other one was a bit melted after the fire up this end. It was all all matted. So took out the knock sensor wiring out of the old harness, which luckily wasn't damaged, and then put it into a EBED harness. Did my usual trick of rerouting it all and putting it above the manifold so there's less crap underneath it and actually get at things. And then yeah, turbo, not sure of exactly what type of turbo. It's a Chinese bloody knockoff of something. T3 flange, nice and small because it's only a towing setup, so lots of low boost. Homemade manifold, and then because you can't buy XH belt tensioners anymore, we decided to go to the old EBED style multi-belt setup, which, you know, it's not that bad, especially considering you can delete the aircon, which this is. But yeah, cleaned her up. Head's been cleaned up on the short turn radius, had port matching on the exhaust done, skim, just a basic reco really. Crack tested, pressure tested, all that sort of thing. 8 psi wastegate on it. This crossover pipe is actually going to end up going down to the stock airbox, and then got all the intercooler plumbing to do. The intercooler's mounted in place, so yeah, should be a good thing when it's done. Got all the dump pipe ready to go. Yeah, quite happy with how it's come up. Nice and clean. Should look good when it's done. But yeah, hopefully 2, maybe 3 days, just depending on how long it takes to finish cleaning the engine bay and paint it. This will be in. I'll take another video then. Catch ya.